here's the finished coaster. So to make the landscape style coaster, camera's moving, I cut 5 rectangles, and each one is 6 1/4 inches by 5 inches. And then I cut 1 piece of Heat and Bond Ultra for the waterproofing if you want to add that. So I have the base piece, which is what I'll add the Heat and Bond Ultra to. And the Heat and Bond Ultra is well inside the seam allowance, because the seam allowance is going to be 1/4 inch, and you don't want to stitch through this unless you're a sucker for punishment and you want to mess up your machine. So make sure it's small enough. Okay, so then pretend that's on there as the Heat and Bond Ultra. Now flip it over, because it's going to be right sides together. I'm going to get rid of that piece. We don't need that anymore. Now take your other 4 rectangles, fold 2 of them up. There's 1. Fold the other one up. There's 2. And then fold 2 of them crosswise. There's 1. And there's 2. You don't have to worry if it's a circle that you cut out or a square, because obviously the dimensions are going to be the same. Okay, so here's my base piece. The Heat and Bond Ultra is on the other side. And now I'm going to take 1 piece. I'm going to use the first one as a lengthwise. Doesn't matter which one you start with, as long as you pay attention to what you're doing. So the fold goes to the inside. All the raw edges are to the outside. Now go to one of your crosswise pieces and put that down. Not like that. The fold goes to the inside, raw edges are to the outside. And of course you're pressing all these pieces before you start your layering. Okay, now here's a lengthwise piece. Fold is to the inside, raw is to the outside. And your last piece, crosswise, that goes on there. And now you lift up the last piece that you put down and the first piece that you put down. Flip that over, flip that down, and then go like that. Now, if it doesn't look like that, it's because you flipped the wrong one. So make sure you flip over the very first one that you put down. Okay, so now you stitch all the way around the whole edge 1/4 inch, and you don't leave an opening because you already have your opening right here. So when you stitch it, it's very easy to flip it right side out. And then, of course, your Heat and Bond Ultra waterproofing will be on the inside too, forcing all the moisture on these 4 layers. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 4 layers. Now, if you don't even want to bother with turning it inside out, you could just pink the edges or do some kind of decorative stitching like I did on this one here. This one, I didn't even bother with any of that. I just used Heat and Bond Ultra, 2 layers on the bottom, and then I pinked the edges. I use that one all the time. Throw them right in the wash, nobody cares. So that's how you do the coaster. Now remember, you can do circles if you want, rounded corners, it doesn't matter as long as you do the folding properly. It's just a regular square one. So let me know if you have any questions. It's a lot of fun.